Welcome back to NBA Cinema, guys. So we saw Bronny James make his first three-pointer tonight, and the Lakers really blew the Los Angeles Clippers off the floor tonight. Really wanted to send a statement in Luka's first game. You could see Luka enjoying himself courtside. But the man we've been wanting to hear from the entire time is LeBron James. And his press conference, we knew his first press conference after the game would be the time that we would hear exactly how he felt about the transaction that took place between the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers. And so we hear from Bron. Let's get into it.
It's a great win for you guys tonight, but if we could kind of start with Saturday night and just when the news came down, your reaction and just how you've been able to kind of manage your emotions over the last couple
days. Saturday night. Well, my emotions all over the place. Obviously, we had just come off a big win, huge win in the Garden. I was out. You got something for it. I was out with my family at dinner and got the news. And first time I heard it, I thought it was for sure fake. I thought it was a hoax. People messing around, whatever. But then when AD called me, AD FaceTimed me, and I talked to him for quite a while. And even when I got off the phone with him, it still didn't seem real, and it still pretty much didn't seem real until saw Luka today, and then I saw a clip of AD at the Dallas shoot-around. That's when it finally hit me like, oh shit, this is real.
Is there any part of you that's kind of concerned that, already there was some debate around this team, right, about how much of your future do you sacrifice to kind of go all in and kind of maximize your window? Any concerns that because you brought in a young star, that some of these priorities kind of might shift more towards the future rather than the present?
What's wrong with that? If I had concerns, I would have waived my no trade clause and got up out of here.
So you still feel like, you've said earlier this year, right, you still envision yourself finishing your career here? Is that still the case?
Listen, I'm here right now. I'm committed to the Lakers organization. I'm here to help Luka and Maxey make the transition as smooth as possible. Smooth been here before, so he already know we won a championship with him in 2020, so I ain't worried about him. But as the leader of the team, as one of the captains of the team, it's my job to make it as seamless as possible. So.
Manage your emotions over the last
Saturday night. Well, my emotions are all over the place. Obviously, we had just come off a big win, a huge win in the Garden. I was out. You got something for it. I was out with my family at dinner and got the news. And first time I heard it, I thought it was for sure fake. I thought it was a hoax. People messing around, whatever. But then when AD called me, AD FaceTimed me, and I talked to him for quite a while. And even when I got off the phone with him, it still didn't seem real, and it still pretty much didn't seem real until saw Luka today, and then I saw a clip of AD at the Dallas shoot-around. That's when it finally hit me like, oh shit, this is real.
I think the one thing we've always said about you is I feel like you've seen and heard it all.
Yeah, I ain't never seen this one. I have. I've seen her all up until this one. I've never been a part of one transaction like that. That was different.
Obviously, as a leader and with such expectations, even for yourself in this franchise, how were you able to then just kind of regroup for yourself and for this team tonight?
Because there's a job at hand still. At the end of the day, I got to make sure that these guys are ready to go. Versus a damn good Clippers team, super well coached, great players. We wanted to end this road trip off the right way. Going 5-1 on a 6-game road trip is very challenging, and then it ended having to come, from New York, 6-hour flight a couple days ago to come here and win this game. It was big time for us.
You and AD clicked immediately.
So let me say this, guys. I think the Lakers made it known to LeBron in the offseason that they were going to do the best thing for themselves going forward. They were going to agree to take Bronny James. And I think the Lakers' plan for LeBron and his timeline to retire, like, they kind of match up. So Bron doesn't feel the way he would have felt back in Cleveland or back in Miami, say if he had like an AD or something, and this type of move had been made, Like if Pat Riley had up and traded Bosh after they lost that first championship to the Dallas Mavericks when he was in Miami, the way he would have acted back then is not the way that he would act now. He has his son with him. He has the whole family thing going on, and he gets to mentor Luka into, kind of taking on his habits for longevity, and really for Luka just to play as the best version of himself. Things you can't uh, indulge in as much. There's a difference in being 19 like LeBron was to being 25 to being early 30s, mid 30s. Now LeBron has made it all the way up to 40, and everything his body has needed up until this point, he has done to keep it performing at a high level. There's been a little controversy around that, but just from what we're seeing, that's what I'll speak on tonight. We see that he's able to still perform at a high level, not like he used to, but he still performs at a very, very high level. We saw him come out tonight and take command of the game. Him and Luka being on the floor together, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm pretty sure LeBron will let Luka have most of the ball handling duties. My thing is, how is Luka going to respond to the way the Dallas Mavericks played in his face and took $100 million out his potential earnings, for his Supermax. He's not eligible for the Supermax. $350 million in Texas to 200 and something million in California. That's wild. That's wild work to think about with a player in his fifth, sixth season, something like that. Luka is I think this thing is going to be good for Luka though, because he's under the bright lights, and I thought about some of the environments he played in back in Slovenia. So he should be fine. Well, Real Madrid, my bad. I think he played for Real Madrid, but some of those environments that he played in overseas, I don't think the bright lights of LA will get to him. It will be all on what he does, like, for greatness. What is he willing to do to make sure Luka is ready to be the cornerstone of this franchise going forward? How will he adjust his game to become easier to play with guys? And I'm not saying he's not easy to play with a certain type of player. I'm saying just like with a superstar type player, because they're probably gonna bring in another superstar that ain't gonna be standing in the corner and playing off of him. And so we saw that it looked good with Kyrie Irving. Kyrie is a supremely talented offensive player, though. So if the player don't have that bag of tricks, but they are a superstar, just ready to see how Luka is going to adjust his game. I think LeBron's the perfect guy for him going forward, though. He's still really young, still one of the best players in the game. Still kind of hard to believe that I saw him over there clapping on the Lakers bench. But if you would have told Lakers fans that after this AD LeBron experiment, we've exhausted all of our possibilities. If you would have said at the end of this, we would get, like, I'm talking about when LeBron and AD first came together. Now think about this. If you would have told Lakers fans we would get a ring, albeit a bubble ring, we'll get a ring, and at the end, by the end of all this, we would have Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks. People would have never, ever believed that you were telling the truth if you would have said that's what would be there when the smoke clears. But here we are, man. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.